Hello everyone, thanks for checking out this video tutorial on this little roll and write game called Metro X, in which you're building out subway stations and trying to make that as efficient as possible. But before we get into all of that, I just wanted to say, if you're new here, the Let's Play community is an aspect of my YouTube channel in which I teach you how to play some of these games and we play them together on a live stream. All are welcome. It's family friendly, so bring your kids, bring your partners, bring whoever you want to bring, because ultimately who we bring around that table is what gaming's all about. It's about that shared experience and that shared joy. You'll see these live streams pop up on my YouTube channel, so if you could, I would subscribe and hit that little bell icon. That means you're going to get notified when one of these are coming up. But that's not all that my channel is about. I am a teacher, author, and keynote speaker. I put a ton of PD on here, from podcasts, video podcasts, as well as actual tutorial videos of how to do some awesome engaging things in your class. So if you're an educator, check that out. But without further ado, let's dive into how to play Metro X. So we're going to start right now. Here we are at the computer, ready to sort of walk you through how to play and how it's going to be on our Let's Play live stream. First thing we got to do is set you up with the template, and we can do that by hopping over to our Let's Play community site here, and you can find these links on my YouTube channel for sure. But if we scroll down way to the bottom here, games, rules, and templates. These are the ones that we've created rule sets for, templates for you to use. All of them are going to work the same way in terms of how to get to them. So here we're learning about Metro X. So if I click rules and templates there, up, it's going to take me to a Google slide show where you have the rules video, which this one's not up yet because we're currently making it, so that will definitely be there in a little bit. But then you have the paper printout, which I always create, so if you have it at home, you can print that out. If you can, you could laminate that, and then you could use that one printout over and over and over again. Then I always make a digital template if I can. These are usually with Google Slides, and you're going to have to kind of like copy and paste things over. It's not the easiest, but it is a way you could do it for sure virtually if you had to. And then I like, with the paper printout, to have an iOS sort of setup, and I want to show you how easy that is to use right now. So if I click iOS, okay, this on mine, sometimes it thinks. If you click this download button up in the upper right hand corner here, that little arrow with the down tray, it then sort of loads it up, and here we have our thing. But I got my Apple Pencil. You could use your finger here, but notice it's not letting me mark it up. You can get to that by clicking this little guy right there. So if I click that, up's going to bring a bunch of stuff, and if I go all the way to the bottom, there's a markup. So we're going to select markup, and now we have some tools here in which I can write with. So I'm going to select this pencil tool. You can select the width of it. I'm going to make it a little thinner. I'm going to make it black. And now I can write over this. So we're going to use this to sort of teach you a little bit of how to play, and this markup feature is going to be great for us to use in the game. So without further ado, let's now get into how to play the game. All right, so looking at this slide, we're going to see kind of this myriad of subway routes we can take, and we're going to work from left to sort of right on this particular Metro City board. So on the left you see A, B, C, D, you know, and so on and so forth. Those are the various route lines. Then next to that you see these diamonds with numbers in them. Those are the points if you're the first to complete that route. And then there's a white rectangle with a number in it. That's a lower score if anyone else completes the route. Interesting to note, if multiple people complete the route in the same turn, they all get that diamond score. But now if anybody else on a future turn gets it, then they're going to get the rectangle score. All right, moving from there, we have these train cars, and they have little windows in them. We're going to actually write the turn number down there, and what that's going to be, on a live stream, I'm going to have a deck of cards like this on a document camera, and I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to pull one of these cards, and whatever number I pull, we're going to place. So this is one of the types of cards. So let's hop back over and see that get placed. So on here, I could put a 5 in any one of these train cars, and then I'll show you what we do. So let's say I put it in this gray one. So I write a 5, in that window, and now I then, starting from the first available circle from that car that's not already filled in, I sort of X out 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I had bumped into any previously placed ones from another track, because you see these tracks kind of intersect and connect, you stop your placement. So what that might look like on a future turn, let's say I got a 6 yellow. I could put 6 here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I should place 6, but there's already something there. So that 6th placement just gets lost. I don't get to use it at all. Another card you can have come up, guys, is the transfer card. And the transfer card works a special way, so let's hop over to our example here. Do you have one of those spots that lots of subways are coming together? And so looking at my sort of setup here, we could do really well by putting the transfer in yellow. So I'm going to put a little X here because I got to use one of the windows. Each of these are limited. And now if you look, the next placement for yellow, I'm going to make it red here so we can see. The next placement is right here. And so if we look at all the stations that come into there, we have pink, so that's one, yellow, that's another, green, that's another, and then purple, that's another. So 4 different tracks can be transferred here. And again, it is the number of colors coming in times 2. So that's 8 points. So I would write on here an 8. And I've used that transfer. It did take a window in my car though, which means I only have 1 more box left to try to complete the rest of this track and get up to the end here on that particular rail, which is going to be difficult. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to get a 6 in order to place all the way up to the end, or else I just won't finish yellow. The next type of card is a skip card. A skip card works a little different. Let's hop on over and check this out. The skip card is kind of nice. So let's take purple. I have a skip 2 here. That's what was drawn. And let's say I write my 2 here in purple. Again, following the rules, going from that car, I would place an X. I put my first X there. And then if we follow purple, like, oh, I bumped into another X, I should stop my turn and not place any more X's. Skips let you skip over all the other X's that are in your way and then plop in the next available spot. So I can skip over this one and now place this X there. So that's nice to fill in those little gaps. Sometimes they're more beneficial than others, but ultimately skips a sweet draw. The 4th card, which is super special, is a free card. So let's take a look at the free card. A free card, you don't fill in one of the boxcar windows. So this is truly a free play card, and you can play it anywhere. You don't have to follow the lines. So I can choose to drop this anywhere I wish. Maybe I want to make it a little easier, maybe to finish that yellow. So maybe I'm going to put it up here at the yellow finish line. Now I only need a 2, 4, 5 or a 6 to finish that line off. Now this deck is really thin. There aren't many cards in here, and so we'll eventually hit a point where we're gonna have to reshuffle, but that point could happen a little sooner than you think. There is a reshuffle card. Sorry, it was upside down. There's a reshuffle card. When this one comes out, it's the only 6 in the game. When this one comes out, whether it's the 1st card or the 5th card or the 10th card, that we play the card, we play the 6, and then we mix all of them up again. And that 6 could come up immediately or a little later on. All right, the game ends when all of your box cars there are filled up with a number or an X because you played a transfer, right? This should happen simultaneously for all of us. And again, in the live stream, we need you guys to sort of put in the chat that you have finished, line A. And when you finish line A, if you're the first one to do it, you're gonna get those 2 points. Everyone else now is gonna get 1 point moving forward. I'll usually keep track of that for us. So when somebody says, hey, I finished A, I'll let you know, like, oh, other people have already finished that. Just pay attention or cross it off on your own. What I like to do, once somebody finishes, let's say B before me, I sort of just cross out that. And then when I get B later, I just circle the 2. And so at the end of the game, I'm just going to add up all my circles. So let's take a look a little bit of what that end game would look like. I would add up all my circles, and that's for the completed routes. So maybe let's say that's 25 for me. Let's say that's what I achieved. Then plus transfers, I would add up my transfer scores here. So as the board is right now, I have 8 points there. So I'm currently at 33 points. And then here in this little one, you count up all the empty circles you still have out, and you refer to this chart over here for a number of empty spaces, and then it tells you the penalty factor right next to it. So in this make-believe game, I have a million empty spaces. Hopefully you would do better than this. So let's just say that I had 7 empties. That would be a -3. So I'd put 7 here, and 7 equals a -3. So I told you I was at 33 with 25 plus 8 minus 3. So my total is 30. That would conclude the game. All right, lastly, I want to look at some of the reference material that is going to help you play this game a little bit. If we hop over here, and I'm going to zoom in here on this sidebar here where it tells you the card types. This reminds you not only what a number card does, a skip card does, a transfer card, and a free card. Let me get this out of there, a free card, but it also shows you the number of each of those. So in the number card, there are 3 3s, there are 3 4s, there are 2 5s, and 1 6. For the skips, there are 2 2s, 1 3. For the transfer, there's 2 of those in the deck, and there is only 1 free. But again, it's all based on that reshuffle. So if the reshuffle happens more often, you're going to get more frees, for example, or the possibility is there. Thank you everyone for checking out this video tutorial on the game Metro X. As you saw, it is a light little game that we can play with our students. We can play here on the Let's Play community. So always, I just want to give another big thank you for all of you who keep coming to the table and playing games with us online. That is so much fun. And again, I want to encourage you guys to invite your students, invite your partner, invite your family, because the more people around this table, the more people that realize sort of the power of play and that relationship that can be built even over a live stream it's worth the time. So thank you so much for doing that and supporting this mission of finding joy in the journey of life, both in the classroom and out of the classroom. As always, I'm Michael Matera, and it's a huge honor to have you part of this group. So thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, for sharing this video out. All the best to you guys. Until next time, that's all I got for you.